Collective, hi, welcome and welcome back. Let's hop into it. Some for you. All right, we're going to do a quick vibe check on you. And we're going to not read in the Rider-Waite, not read in the Kabbalah. We're going to do a Lenormand style reading with fairy dance. Okay, show me the collective's energy right now. Show me, what's their vibe? What's their vibe? What's the situation? Something about communication, guys. It's right from the book. You got the letter for your vibe, so let's read it. The letter. Little Red Riding Hood by Charles Perrault is a tale related to communications. Red Riding Hood's mother has instructed her to bring a basket of treats for her grandmother and stay on the path. But the wolf has slipped a letter into the basket as well. Unaware of the lupine threat just a few steps away, our heroine has stopped to pick some flowers. Her pause gives the wolf a chance to communicate with her. He tricks her into telling him where her grandmother lives. When she finally made it to her grandmother's cottage, Little Red Riding Hood knew something was wrong. The wolf has devoured the grandmother and eats Red Riding Hood too. The woodsman hears the wolf and quickly cuts him open to save both Red and her grandmother. In this tale, as in many, the contents of a letter can affect the outcome of a story. In Lenormand readings, the letter card can represent written exchanges and important information. When you see the letter, know that news of some sort is coming. Other meanings include getting documents or results back from a test. Good news or bad news, the letter needs to be read. So that's your energy. So communications, not going off your path. Don't be tricked. You can't, yeah. 727, but this would be the 7 of spades and the regular deck, which is, if we look at it, and if I bring in the Rider-Waite style, that would be, you can bring in different parts of spirituality to get other messages too. It would be strategic, to be aware of, mindful of something like that. Some of you also, maybe you're waiting for some test results for a health condition. That could be nerve-wracking too, I'm getting. The situation, though, is the birds. I'm not really a fan of this card because this card's about trickery. This card is about trusting too much. This card is about, let's see, 12, the birds. Keywords. The birds. Yeah, keywords. Coming and going, small problems, verbal communication, misunderstanding. How the king bird was chosen is a Mayan story that describes how the Quetzal, a plain brown bird, campaigned to be the king of birds. He convinced the beautiful but shy roadrunner to lend him his feathers. When the Quetzal was chosen because of his borrowed finery, he failed to return those feathers. Due to the problem, the roadrunner now hides and watches all the comings and goings of the other birds. He wants to communicate with the Quetzal, but the king of birds flies too high. All of the birds in the background of this card represent just how badly things can go awry when too many beaks are involved. Notice where the bird card shows up to determine who's communicating and why. Make sure you truly understand what it is you want to say and what is being said to you. Perhaps you can avoid any misunderstandings simply by paying close attention to those cards closest to the birds. Okay. So this could be maybe some kind of communication that's going to either already has or is about to come in, that is from a trickster of some sort, because we have the wolf here and then the tricky wolf, right? The predator in a sense, right? When Red Riding Hood wasn't being mindful, right? Because she stopped to pick some flowers, didn't notice the dangers around her, right? She didn't know to know. And then the birds also talk about it's a predator in a different way, someone that was tricking her. And the Seven of Diamonds, okay, if we're looking at a regular playing deck, that would be the Seven of Earth, which would be the past, something like that. And there's also something about 27, so some of you could be a life path 2, a life path 7, a life path 9, a life path 1, a life path 2, a life path 3. Don't have to be. But there's something about determination and sheer will, and then collecting the evidence or the research, or it's something like that. Be aware, right? What is this here for? Why is this here for the collective? What's coming to them with regards to this that they need to know right now? The Sun, 31. Bouquet at the bottom. This is a fairy tale. So this 31, it's also a 4, home life, stability, could be marital affairs, a couple, something like that. Ace of Diamonds, so the Ace of Earth, a new beginning too, because the Ace of Diamonds would be the Ace of Pentacles, so some sort of new beginning, right? 31, but let's read from the book. The Sun, the playing card, okay. Success, vitality. In the tale, Little Daylight, a beautiful young princess is cursed to sleep through each day and awaken each night, transformed into an old woman. She is doomed until her hero arrives. When he sees her as an old dying woman, he feels sorry for the old woman, so he kisses her. That breaks the spell. You see the sun shining down on them in this card because he was successful. Surrounding them are resilient moonflowers, which represent the cycles of Princess Daylight had to go through before her own reward came. The prince took the opportunity to kiss an old woman out of the goodness of his heart. When the sun card shines in your reading, good things are coming. The world will sparkle with chance for you. Look for openings in your life. When you take advantage of them, success will naturally follow. Sometimes those lucky events can be disguised like Princess Daylight in her crone form. It's not always easy to see potential for success, so when the sun shines, pay attention to the hidden opportunities and in avenues for growth. When the sun is overhead, good things and good tidings are coming your way. So some of you might be getting communication from something or someone from your past. Business, finance, career, family, friends, romance, however it fits for you. And there is, it's almost like what it's saying is, it's like I'm getting forgiveness. It's like, but moving on, right? You don't have to, it's something like that, like something had happened in the past and there's communication coming in, and what you choose to do, it's like lead with kindness, something like that. Even if you choose to not refriend the friend, go back to the job, or go back to the client, right? Or go back to the partner, or right, however this works for you. Or you don't have to accept the family member back in, but you can still forgive and just go your separate ways, something like that, right? Yeah, it's a good read, guys. Let's see what the final thoughts are. What are some final thoughts for the collective? What card was that? Tower, I think it's Rapunzel, and the Clover. Mountains back. Well, the Tower, Rapunzel. So some of you may have felt like you were stuck somewhere in the past, right? But that came to an end. And some of you moved away from something and found a new home elsewhere, like Thumbelina did. With friends, they whisked her away and she found a new place to live. It's something like that. Some of you saved yourself. And this Rapunzel, it's like saving yourself and moving away. Yeah, that's the final thoughts. Is to, it's also might be saying to, yeah, save yourself, saving yourself, or coming out of some kind of hibernation or being out of reach, right? And just moving peacefully away, something like that. You're moving away from your past, something like that, collective. That's what I got for you. If you are a Gemini or a Scorpio, Gemini and Scorpio reading is up. All the readings were different today, which I like when that happens. I mean, okay, that's not what I mean. I don't dislike when the readings are similar because energy moves through the signs, but I found it interesting that, yeah. Some of you also might be traveling, and if you are traveling at night, you are safe, something like that. You're going to make it there on time. I'm getting that strongly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's not even that you're going to make it there safe. It's like you're going to make it there in just enough time. Like maybe you had to rush, and that's why you may not. It's something about that at night. You'll get there on time. You don't need to speed or something like that because you'll get there on time. You don't need to speed. It's like the clock is ticking, but you'll make it. Something like that. So if you're traveling at night, it's smooth sailing. Just don't speed. I'm getting that. Yep. That's what I have for you, Collect of the Ib, and I hope that you like this reading. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, comment, share, follow, and I love you, collective. Love you. Bye.